So today I'll be taking on the challenge to fight the Ender Dragon 20 times in my hardcore Minecraft world, opening up every single end gateway to my end dimension. We will also be redesigning my end room, creating my own void as I enter the end, because this is the last time we will be fighting the Ender Dragon in my world. I figured it's time to do a side project away from my main base and do something else in the world. This way in the future, anytime we work on the end base and remove anything, we won't ever have to worry about fighting the End Dragon ever again, removing any of the progress that we've made. So basically, to start this project, we got to start removing every single block in the end room, clearing it out so we can start building. To start this project off, we're going to go 10 by 10 in each direction of the end portal, creating a 25 by 25 square. Now that we got everything cleared out and our circle made, we're going to mine down 16 blocks from where I started. That way we can create a fog effect coming up so we can start the main room for the end portal. Now it's time to mine the walls down to put the black concrete in. And we're basically going to do this all around. It kind of sucks with it being so dark, it's so hard to see it. Now we're just going to remove this out that way so we can put the purple frog lights down there. And then on top of that, I'm going to put black carpets down. Alright, so I'm finishing this up. These bats suck. They're everywhere. They just get in your way as you're doing this. Got to put those down and then all the black carpets. And then it's really going to give it a dark effect, but it's going to give the glow through. With the black carpets on top, you're going to really see how it blends it together. It looks a little bit lighter now, but as soon as you put that the glass down, it really just like submerges it, and you won't have like that lit up light, because we're going for like the darkest effect we can go for. Now just layer by layer we place the glass. I just went with black glass the whole time. Sometimes people go like a lighter color and a darker color. I just went fully black. Also, I added on the walls hardcore hearts and purple frog lights again, kind of to match the theme of my main base. We're kind of keeping it into the end here. But basically, just got to go through, raise this up a little bit with the black concrete, and that part will be done. Then we'll have to do the ceiling. So I was looking at the end portal and I was like, I got to do something with this too. I want to kind of make it a little bit different so it's not the end portal, my own kind of, whatever you want to call it, little twist to it. I guess you could say my little theme. Then I added some crying obsidian in there. I figured since we were using purple frog lights, a black block with like glowing purple would be perfect for this build and it would camouflage the portal. So now with this done, we just got to place the rest of the glass all the way up to meet the portal. So that way it's like flush with it. And then it's time to mine a whole bunch of other stuff out, the ceiling and then the sides. You'll kind of see what I end up doing. Now time to get the walls up completely, and then this way we're going to meet it up to the ceiling. Now it's getting so dark in here, I felt like I was stuck in a closet or something. The more blocks I placed, the darker it just got, but I was kind of going for that, so it was time to add a little bit of light in here. Made this little platform so I could do the ceiling, and I was going to go for a star theme. My whole idea for like getting into my end was walking through a pitch black void that kind of like seemed like the end or space with some stars, so I used end rods. My whole plan was to use the stars from the wither, but I figured that'd be too long to do. I'd have to make a farm and blah blah blah, all this other nonsense. So I figured end rods be the easiest way to do it for right now. And after looking at it, it's looking pretty good. I was happy with it. The whole everything underneath and the portal, everything was starting to form together. Now it's just get these like side rooms mapped out. I forget how far I ended up making this tunnel. It was either 20 or 25. Who knows? I don't know. But I mined this straight down, and then it was off to make like the main entrance that's going to go into here. So what we did for the main entrance part of the room, we have to do for the side of this, because we're going to also do a fog effect. And we're going to completely get this down, place the frog lights again, do the black carpet over that again, and basically build that back up. And that way it'll match flush with the whole like fog effect theme, glass, whatever you want to call it. It's all going to come together. You'll see here. It's funny, I'm sitting here watching this, trying to figure out what to say, and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, oh yeah, I'm making the walls. So I made the walls up. I forget how many I did, but then I was like, all right, more hardcore hearts, let's put those in. Put the black concrete behind that. That way you don't see the deep slate, because I'm going to go through and put the magenta glass in there. I was wondering how this was going to turn out with doing like magenta glass inside of a fog lake. It actually came out pretty good. It kind of darkened it since I used black glass, almost making it look like a wine red or something whenever you looked at it like through the bottom of the floor. And at this point I was almost done. I think it was like 8 in the morning by the time I was doing this. I tried to go to sleep and I was like, nah, I'm going back in the game and I'm finishing this room, so whenever I go in tomorrow I can fight the Ender Dragon and beat him 20 times. And looking at the main room, how that looked, I knew this side room, like the entrance coming in, was going to look sick with how everything was going to come together. And it was small enough so it wasn't like a really big build, like my whole base, and it was a good nice side project to do. But with it being so small and compact with like little bits of detail, I didn't have to sit there for like 6 months trying to figure out how to build this thing. I guess the whole moral of my story here is I'm just happy I didn't have to spend 1,000 days making one thing again. I was able to move on and do something else, and I was hype about it. It only took me like 10 hours or something to do this, and I had something else finally made my world. But we're finally reaching the end of the build here. I put the glass up, stacked it up, made it flush, and put some portals in the main entrance room, and that was it. It was finally done. Overall, I'm hyped about how this turned out. This is basically exactly what I wanted. Now the big next step to the world is get this Ender Dragon beat 20 times so we can get all these portals opened up. That way, whenever we go and make an end base, if we make it that far, everything will be ready to go. And then also, anytime I go into the end and want to destroy something, maybe if I'm bored, I could just go mine endstone, start getting this island ripped apart. The whole thing is going to get ripped down, all the pillars, everything. That way, whenever I create it, I'll have like an empty void in the end. But now I'm going to go through these portals and see where they're going to link me. And the good thing is that they linked me exactly where my nether fortress is. So with this in mind, I could maybe do some kind of Wither Skull farm here since it links me right there. So now it's finally time to go fight the Ender Dragon 20 times. I ended up already linking this portal. It links up perfectly fine. We're going to go through here and do a walkthrough of the room we just made. Finally off to go fight the Ender Dragon. I tried to do a live commentary over this. My audio messed up, so I'm just doing a montage and put some music on it. Well, my end's finally prepped for destruction. We got every single end gateway open, so till we get to the end and do the end build, we're ready for it. But to end it off, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.